Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and today we're going to be taking another look at the Victory V4 Sheriff pedal, however with a different application in mind. We're looking at a silent stage or a silent recording path, so we're going to be using it through the effects loop of the Stomp XL. And since we're not using any microphones today, the signal flow should be pretty simple. We're going to be using this Harley Benton SC Deluxe Gotoh into the input of the Stomp XL. Then we're going to be connecting the V4 via the effects loop that's built into the Stomp XL right out into Pro Tools. For an IR, we're going to be using one from Ownhammer, a 4x12 with vintage 30s. So without further ado, let's hear how it sounds. Now, as expected, this thing absolutely ripped, but it took a second to really dial it in. And this is something you have to really take into account: the guitar and the pickups that you're using, as well as the IR that you choose. For me, in this specific setup, I found myself with the bright switch right in the middle at 0, as opposed to when I was using it through the effects loop of the Black Star. I liked it at -1. It seemed a little high. That tamed it a little bit. And when I used it as a standalone stomp box pedal in front of the Music Man, I had that at -2. It just was really shrill. So when you use a pedal like this, there's not going to be a set and forget if you're going to be using it for multiple applications. That's something you need to keep in mind. In regards to the tones, I truly believe they speak for themselves. This thing nails the Marshall in the box. I love the differentiation of the green and the red channels. The green channel really hits that classic thing. If you just want a little bit of breakup, as you could tell, I was starting to play a certain song from a very popular band to really lead into this, but due to copyrights, can't play it verbatim, otherwise I'm going to get striked. Feel like it really hits that tone very accurately. Dial up the gain a little bit more, and you have a pretty aggressive, like alt-rock kind of sound. Flip it to the red channel and everything gets kind of turned on its head. You get that JCM style drive to it. It's really, really in your face. It's really strong. If you're into that gainy stuff, you're gonna love this pedal. When I was on the neck pickup doing that little bit of a solo run, I noticed almost a velvety texture to the sound, and I really like that. It's not very often I find myself in that territory, but for the sake of this demo, I felt like I wanted to do something a little bit more aggressive on the neck pickup. I kind of always skip that. So when I heard that back, I smiled. I was like, that sounds pretty cool. So my final thoughts on the Victory V4 Sheriff are, For the two uses that we made the videos on, I think it's fantastic. Use it like a Hot Rod DeVille, Hot Rod Deluxe that has an effects loop, very common backline amp. You're going to be fine if you're on the road playing out shows. You're not going to have to worry about your tone being there for you. Or you have the Black Star, something like that. Same kind of deal. Really excels through the effects loop. If you're going to be using it for a silent stage or you're going to be using it direct recording, I also think it does a hell of a job there as well. The only time that I really didn't love this pedal was in front of the Music Man amp. It was really hard dialing in the tones, and that's something that Victory themselves said. It takes a lot of tweaking on the EQ of the amp and the EQ of the actual pedal itself to kind of find the right thing. And well, for the kind of money that it costs, if you were just buying it for that, I would say definitely pass. But if you're using it for the two purposes that we made videos on, I think there's worse ways that you could spend your money. It sounds great. But before I get going here, I'd like to say thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for checking out all the videos, liking the videos, commenting. I really love that we're building a small little community here, and I'm recognizing even more of the names. The more that you guys comment, join the streams, really is, it's just something fun. I really enjoy doing this. And an extra special thank you to my Patreons. Tomorrow's video is a request from one of them. His name is Evan. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. However, until then, like this video, comment. I will see you tomorrow for that other video. Take it easy, you guys.